we should do a meditation?
Yes, yes, we should. We should.
I'll speak some
affirmations.
Speak some things into existence that we need to bring into this life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shall.
Repeat after me. All my ops will be destroyed.
One sec. All my ops will be destroyed.
Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Hold. And breathe out.
Repeat after me. Kerser is the GOAT. Big man.
How are you, mate?
How you doing?
What's going on?
I seen you get a fresh haircut, bro.
Yeah, I got shaped up, man.
Looking fresh, bro. Looking
Thanks,
fresh.
Man. Come through.
Like the boots, bro.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
How's your day been, bro?
Yeah, it's been good, man. Just chilling. Here's the studio.
Oh, this is where you did the one with, I think it was like 5 years ago with that dude.
Yeah, Jake.
Yes, he was on maths this year. I was like, that's the same dude. Oh, it's the dungeon.
Yeah.
Amazing. You got the Woody up there as well.
Yeah.
So when you record those freestyles and that, they're just literally there, right?
Just over here, yeah.
Man.
Yep.
Thank you for having us.
Man,
in
pleasure.
your shrine. This is where you spend
Yeah.
all your
I was thinking of doing it in the studio, but I thought, why not just do it here? You know?
Yeah.
Get a bit more personal.
I like it in here. This is where you do your recording. This is where you've podcasted a couple of times. No, not podcast. You've done a few
Streaming and
streaming.
Yeah.
So when you stream, you're sitting
pretty much just here. Yeah, and I just use my phone as a camera. I don't actually have a webcam.
Yeah.
Because it's weird. The iPhones are like crazy good quality.
I see you like when you're on the streams, like because you're on your phone. Sometimes your finger covers the camera.
Yeah.
But I actually, like, from a personal experience, it sounds really stalkerish, but I don't mean it this way. Like, I've actually wanted to come in here to see this corner.
Oh, yeah.
Because you've got, all your plaques.
Yeah. My brother kind of talked me into it because I was like, I don't want to put him in the background because I don't want to look like I'm trying to show off and I don't want to look arrogant and cocky and shit. And he was like, you just got to relax with that shit. It's like, they're good achievements, you know, don't have fucking confidence issues with it. Just let people see it. It's not like people are going to look at you and go, oh, look at this cunt, you know what I mean? But I love them. They were in the house upstairs. We just had them in the hallway, and I just thought when we were like making the studio down here, I thought it would be much better just to have them here.
Yeah.
Have everything in here, you know what I mean? Like the Rolling Stone one and all that. Have the room full of the achievements rather than around the house. It felt a bit wanky, you know.
Do you go up to them and stare at them, or not really?
Sometimes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. There's more, like we couldn't fit them all in there, but there is, there's a bunch more. It's fucking crazy, like just the fact that a lot of that happened with one album.
Yeah, Falling and Flying.
Yeah.
And it's now, what, 10 years since?
10 years, yeah. Time flies.
It's timely. Like I didn't say, okay, it's the 10th year, so I want to come and do this, but it's like a little full circle. I we say grow up, like we're not almost the same age, but I watched your rise from early on, like, and then continued to the battle rap, which we'll talk about, and obviously the unfortunate part after that, but it's always been really refreshing and amazing to see how honest everything was from the beginning, obviously, to now. You've never shied away from the truth.
Thank you, man. Yeah, the best music I write is when I'm just being honest, I reckon. And it's definitely the way to go. Like the music that I love the most is when people do real personal stuff. But at the same time, like, there's been so many internal battles because, like, recently I reckon if you listen to some of the music that I've dropped, it's so intense and so deep and so dark. I don't want everything to be like that. I don't want to be seen as like the mental health fucking rapper, or you know, the addict that's just always talking about that shit. But at the same time, I just got to be honest with whatever's going on at the time. But you know, it's easy to get caught up in a victim mentality and just let that consume you. Yep. And that, I've definitely had that in the past, you know, like, and that shit will just keep you down. If you lock into that victim mode, then it will hold you back. Definitely. You need to clear your head and just get like, no, I'm gonna get above this.
Because you said it in songs, when you pretend it's not there, or you don't talk about it or address it, it just gets bigger, bigger and bigger. So you address it, but then, like today, I don't want to, like in a few of your interviews, it's always focused a lot about, unfortunately, the mental health part, which is really massive, and I place a big emphasis on it because it's important to me. But like fun too, because you've done a lot of fun and incredible stuff over your career. It's not all just down. It's not just it all. Not it didn't all just. It's not all bad.
Yeah, exactly. 100%, man. Yeah, and it's I think you know, people will see it as like a rise and a fall. But that's what I was talking about with the victim mentality. If I stayed in that, then it would be a fall. But I just see it, the way I see it is just switching up the attitude and just having another rise. You know what I mean? Like, people go through that roller coaster in their careers and shit like that. So it's kind of exciting. It feels like a fresh start. You know what I mean? Like, having gone through the stuff that I've been through, and then coming back again fresh out of rehab and off the drugs and stuff. It feels like a clean slate with me. It's strange.
Yeah, it's like a reset.
Yeah.
Do you think the rise to a lot of people, it may look like the rise was quick, right? Like it was a quick rise, and then within a few years, you know, those things happened. But there's a lot of work that happened before then. The tapes, like what you see is what you get, which I think are one of my favorites.
Really?
Although you say you don't like listening to it.
Oh, it just makes me cringe.
Why?
Just not the way I rapped, man. Like I used to project my voice and kind of overemphasize the Aussie accent a bit.
Yeah.
I think from where I came from, like when I was like 14 and started rapping and stuff like that, I started American accent, and then as I sort of got introduced to Aussie hip hop, I really tried to embrace the Aussie sound. Yeah. And I worshipped like all those like Lyrical Commission and all those dudes in the scene back then, all the obese guys and everything like that. As I started, and I started like wanting to be a little station rat dude and wanting to be tough and like trying to put that image out there. That was when I was like 16 and shit like that. But then shit just it was really a lot of it was to do with Pez, because it started we became really close, and he was just like pretty real with me and just said, this is not who you are, you know, like you're a nice guy, you're not you know, from that life and shit like that, and you're funny, you should be projecting that into your music. And that's sort of where it kind of just shifted, but it took a long time. Like when Falling and Flying blew up, it was very quick, but we were fucking grinding since probably I was 19, five or so years playing shows to no one, and just feeling like you're getting nowhere, but you love doing it so much that you just keep going. And I think there's so many artists that I know that kind of just, if they had kept going, I reckon they would have, you know, blown up and been successful. But a lot of them drop off if they don't see the success that they had. Like in What You See Is What You Get, that when that came out, I was like heavily into like trying to manifest shit and writing goals down and all that. And when that album came out, it didn't do very well, and that really hurt me at the time. Like I was like, fuck, I'm delusional thinking that I can make it. But then, you know, you come around and just, now I realise that was not my time, you know. Back then I wouldn't have been ready for it. And then the Falling and Flying stuff, like, man, that was fucking wild.
Just before that, how long did you do the American accent for? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I was rapping about sticking Glocks in cunts' ribs and shit.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It's good though because a lot of it's a big conversation now, and we'll like get to Fall and Fly, but I just want to bring something up because it's a big conversation now about the whole Australian accent, and like some of our rappers being told that you can't make it if you're not doing an Australian accent because you're not being honest with yourself, which I find there's a massive truth to that. Would you agree?
I do, and I honestly, I do in, like, for myself, I think it has to be, you know, I have to be myself, but like I know people that use American accents, and like I've tried to talk to them about, you know, have you tried doing it in Aussie, because they're really talented and stuff like that, but to them that's actually being themselves, and when having that conversation with them is like, it's hard to understand, but at the same time it's like, well, I guess that's what you do, you know what I mean? But like I do agree, like I think people should embrace the Aussie accent, and I think it's definitely at that stage now where, you know, we've got dudes who are blowing up in the UK and shit like that, but they're doing it in the Aussie way. And the dudes doing the new sound, like the drill kind of shit, they're not, it's Aussie as well, you know. So it's yeah, I can see it from both sides, but personally, I think I'd rather hear someone just being who they are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You mentioned like a couple of people you knew, some of them, if they had just kept going, they would have made it. How tough is it to get through to that, like to get through the part where you feel like I was talking to Kerser about the same thing, you feel like it's not going anywhere and you just have to persevere. That period there, how important is it to just blink it?
I think that is probably the most important part of molding an artist into what they are. Like if I hadn't gone through that, you don't appreciate what you've got, like when it actually ends up blowing up, you know what I mean? So that those years of just struggling and getting nowhere end up shaping you. So when you've made it, you realize it's like paying your dues in a sense. And you come out of it knowing who you are more, I think. Like if you just come out and you blow up, it's like, I guess that's cool too, but I think it's important to go through that stage. I think everyone really does, you know what I mean? I don't know many people that have just blown up instantly. Not that I can think of, I'm sure there's heaps though, you know.
Like 50 Cent said once, if you're a fan of 50, he said the losses or like the parts where you're not making it, it actually is setting you up for, preparing you for when it does make it, so you've got the skin to get through it. Because like a lot of people are not ready, and I'll ask you as well in terms of once it does come and the success does come, there's a certain way to deal with that too, because it's another different level now. Do you think that mentality is, like, it's obviously very important to keep it and to persevere through it?
I think when, like, say you take an L and it hurts and it makes you feel like, you know, fuck, this is not working. But every time something bad's happened, like that has made me feel like I might have fucked it or the career's gone, it's ended up evolving into something better every time. And like with what you see is what you get, that not working, like that just wasn't the time. And when we did Falling and Flying, there was a few singles that we put out first, and they did well. Actually did really well, but they weren't the songs that I thought were the best songs. We were just putting out the songs that we thought were the best for the radio, and learnt so much from that. So every mistake or every hiccup, you end up learning way more from it, and it's better for you in the long run. I think if you can have that attitude, it's good, rather than, you know, getting kicked down and then just staying down. Yeah. If you just say, all right, something better is going to be on the way, it eventually comes around.
Yeah, of course.
And like, learnt so much from, you know, like the those songs that we put out that we thought were the radio ones for the next album was like, well, let's go with the ones that are the favourites, you know, our favourite songs. Like on Falling and Flying, I didn't think, like Boys Like You and Child, I didn't think that the radio would ever play that.
Right.
Never. So
why did you think that?
I just thought they weren't that radio friendly. I didn't think they fitted the formula, you know what I mean?
Okay, interesting, because a lot of people thought that you would have done that intentionally.
Nah.
It wasn't that way.
Nah, so we had like just got started, which is that, you know, fruit salad shit. so soft, man. I fucking hate that song.
Yeah.
But we made that. We're like, oh yeah, this is some fucking mad radio shit, and chucked that out, and it went gold, and which is great, but they weren't the songs. And then when we actually put Boys Like You out, because we were very, very, very fucking lucky with that album, because Triple J hated me at the start for some reason.
Interesting. Did they?
Yeah, they. So I started getting a big following online, especially when I was doing like the Please Be Seated mixtapes and stuff, and from the battles. And we put out a song, I think it was the intro to Falling and Flying as a single, and we were like, on Facebook, we're like, oh, can you request this? And Triple J emailed us saying like, can you stop getting your street team to hit us up asking to play the song? And we're like, that's not a street team, we're just saying, can you request the song, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
They sort of, it kind of kept growing, so when we did release the first single, which was, I think it was Just Got Started, they started playing that, and then we did Throw It Away, they played that, and I think it was Killer, and they played that, and then it was moving on to the big ones like just Boys Like You and Child and Run Alone. But we were just so lucky that they kept playing it, because usually Triple J would like pick one song if they were going to play it and then let it run. But
and if it doesn't do what it wants to, they just move on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So putting out we had 7 singles and they played every single one, which was just pretty mind-blowing that happened, but I think the demand was there from the fans and stuff like that. So we were very, very lucky with just how it just shaped out beautifully, you know. Just really worked out.
Very different to now, because radio, the importance of radio back then to make it.
Man, it was
very different. Yeah.
It was everything.
Yeah.
It was everything. And that's the interesting thing, like when you got someone like Kerser who doesn't get any radio. For us, it's like we're from 2 different worlds.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for us, radio was so important. It was like, you know, we'd pitch the song to Triple J. I'm sitting there just waiting to hear if they're going to play it. And if they weren't going to play it, in my mind, it was like, we're fucked. I don't think I saw it the way Kerser did as far as handling everything online and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I was very active online, don't get me wrong, but it was very radio based, my success. In the early days, it was all about that, and things would have been totally different without the radio. So it's amazing now how everything has just changed, you know, like radio's not that important at all anymore. They are. You get on the radio, it's great, but fucking TikTok's where it's at now. You know what I mean? Like you invest fucking 50 grand and pay some influencers on TikTok and get a song blowing up on there, and that's better than radio.
Yeah, the $5,000 that you would, or whatever the budget is, if you spend it on those platforms, you get a better return.
100%. Like, if you've got the right song and it fits in like a TikTok form. I don't use TikTok, but I know how important it is.
Yep.
But what's that dude that did Astronaut from Sydney? He sounds like Kid Cudi. You'd know the song 100%.
I hate myself that I don't know it. So it's called Astronaut.
Astronaut, yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
And it blew up. It was like a TikTok challenge kind of thing, and it blew up. And he's fucking just performed on Fallon and shit, you know.
Oh wait, Masked Wolf.
Yeah.
That dude. Yeah.
What you know about
that dude.
Yeah. That melody's like gifted from the fucking heavens. Like that kind of song is just perfect for that TikTok formula. And now he's just exploded, man.
Yep.
He's killing it. That's the name of the song. Is it Astronaut? I don't
think it is. It's called something else, but maybe it is. Or I don't know.
True.
But Masked Wolf, I definitely know who you're talking about, and the song.
And I didn't know who he was before. Never really heard of him, but he's killing it now, which is great.
You mentioned Kerser.
Yep.
I want to talk about the battle rap because
go for it.
It's a video that I go back to a lot because it's personally for me, it's like a time in my life. And my younger brother, and I mentioned it in the last interview, but it was 10 years younger than me, so we have this like bond over battle rap, and we would go back and forth with sending videos and stuff. And I remember sitting in my room with him watching the YouTube battle rap, the big one.
Yeah.
We've got a million plays, a million views in like, what was that like at the time for you?
Man, it was insane. Like that battle helped everything. So I can't believe the impact that battle has had on people's lives. Like the amount of people that come up to me all the time.
Till now, yeah.
Still to this day and talk about the battle, It's crazy that has had such an impact, and, that kind of beef leading up to it and talking shit to one another and stuff like that. And people that were Kerser fans and people that were my fans really taking it seriously. And it was like ride or die shit where it's like, us versus them kind of thing.
It's like a WWE match, like a WrestleMania main event.
Yeah, and it wasn't serious. Like there was we have had moments where we've had, tension.
Yeah.
But there's no bad blood. There's nothing but respect there.
Yeah. There's a ongoing debate about who won. I can say that you made me laugh more. I'll tell you which part sent me. It was the part where you go, he just mocked his flow and he goes, he's not saying nothing. I was like, that's it, you won. So that humor aspect was what made the thing what it was, in my opinion. There needs to be some more fun in hip hop. I know it's very street and at the moment, and there's a lot of street rappers, but I miss a bit of that.
Yeah, I agree, man. And it's like battle rap in Australia now, I don't even know if it's still happening that much. Like, I think COVID would have probably deaded a lot of it, but there are some really, really strong rappers in the scene, but it's just a shame that it didn't build up like how it has in the UK or in Canada and shit like that. Because I fucking love battle rap, man. Like, I think COVID has actually saved battle rap in America because it's brought everyone to a small room. They can't have a big crowd, so the bars are the most important thing, and it's brought everyone has to bring their A game now. It's not relying on the crowd to go nuts and shit like that. Like watching, do you watch like the American?
Yeah, the Disaster, all those dudes.
Yeah.
That but I haven't watched it recently, but I was heavily into it at some point.
They like and Smack, URL, like there's a Rum Nitty is I think the best battle rapper alive. But there's like Pat Stay. Do you know Pat Stay?
No.
Oh man,
I gotta see it.
Incredible. There's so many just amazing battle rappers, and to be honest with my music now, the battle rap inspires me to write. It inspires me to write punchlines and bars and shit like that, because I don't hear it much in hip hop, like the lyrical side of it. You know what I mean? And that's really important to me.
And I want to ask you about, because like watching battle rap, I'm very interested in psychology. I'm very interested in human behavior and how I always wondered whether, like I asked Kerser about this, so I want to ask you in terms of so say at school, if someone like tried to like put it on you or, tried to talk shit to you, were you the dude that would always like put them in their place in class? Like, were you always that type of guy where it was like verbal. If you're verbally coming at me, you're gone. Like, were you always that type of dude? Or?
Yeah, definitely. Not really one to jump into confrontational shit, but if someone's like trying to roast, it's on. You know, I'll jump in. I used to be really savage as well. Like when I was younger, real brutal. Like there's clips on YouTube that, you know, if I said that stuff these days, it'd be done. Completely ruined.
Yeah.
But we used to like have battles in high school and shit, and that was so much fun. Like freestyling and all that. I loved it, man.
Everyone will probably thinking is, do you think it'll happen again?
I want to. Deep down, I really, really want to. Because I'm always watching it, man. Like lately, especially, I'm always watching and I'm always thinking of bars and think, what would I say to this person and what would I say to that person? And I do want to do it. It has to be the right timing, I guess, and I have to be in the right headspace.
Of course.
Yeah. I get nervous, man. Like if I can perform at like massive show, massive festival, and I don't get nervous. I love it. But in a battle situation, I'm just like so nervous. It's crazy. It's just, I don't know what it is. The vibe is so much different than performing on stage. So the nerves rattle me a little bit, but once you get going, it's all good. The nerves kind of calm down and it's a really good feeling. But when you're not in the right place and you're doing a battle because, it'll be good promo and you're not really that hungry for it, it can come across really forced and make you look bad. And I've had a few battles like that, you know. Like when I went over to Canada and fucking choked, that like fucking destroyed my confidence, but also at the same time it kind of lit a fire under my ass, because then I came back and I battled Madness and Dirtbag Dan. I feel like those are some of my best performances, and did battle Kerser as well after that. And then I had a battle with this dude, Awkwards, and that one I sort of wasn't really interested in doing the battle, but just thought because he was a big name, I'll do it, and it just came out really, really rough, and I didn't do very well in that battle. So now I'm only going to do it if it's like the inspiration's right, and I'm real hungry for it, you know.
There's on the battle rap, and then I'll sort of move into like something else, but not many, this is from my experience, but not many battle rappers are also really good songwriters. True. Like I've seen battle rappers and I've gone and checked their music out. A lot of it's not good.
Nah, there's not many. Unfortunately, there's not many that, like, there's some of the best battle rappers in the world.
Yep.
Some of their music is trash.
Yep.
You know, and yeah, there's like a guy called Nestle from the States. He's incredible songwriter. One of the best out of all the battle rappers. I'm trying to think who out of the battle scene makes great music. Daylight does. Do you know Daylight?
Yeah.
He's really good, man.
Yeah.
I think he's signed to TDE.
I think he is.
His little group that he's doing.
Yep. He's an interesting character.
Oh man, he's amazing. He's from another planet, that dude. Like, his bars and shit.
I like his opinion on a lot of things. He's some would say conspiracy theorist, but I would say it just speaks what's on his mind, and a lot of it is true to me, but a lot of it is cooked as well.
Yeah. Is he like into the conspiracy theories and shit?
He's spoken up about certain things.
Has he?
Yeah.
I know he did some shit about chemtrails and stuff, but I can't remember really what he was saying.
On a couple of Vlad interviews.
Oh yeah. Oh man, he's hilarious on Vlad. Perfect
segue to writing, because we've talked about this a couple of times, where your process of writing, you lock your, like, there's a certain whether you call it a place or something that you go to, and just, can you talk about how you write, and if we can go back to Falling and Flying, because that was 10 years ago.
When I was doing Falling and Flying, I was heavily, at that stage, I was really into pop music, and I was really into the songwriting aspect of music. Still really into rap and bars and stuff like that. But I was, as you can tell with that album, it's so poppy influenced, you know what I mean? Like when I was when I did What You See Is What You Get. After that, I was like, I want to do something that's different because I felt like the Aussie scene was. I don't want to throw shade on anyone or anything like that, but a lot of this, it was a sound. There was an Aussie hip hop sound, you know what I mean? And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something completely different. Yeah. So I met with Styles, and do you know Styles Fuego?
You talked about him a couple of times, yeah.
Yeah, so he produced everything and helped write everything as well because he's a genius, man. And I said to him, I want to do something really different, pop influenced, like electro shit on there, dubstep or whatever, and you know, I want to mix in all kind of genres into the one thing. And we started writing, man, and we just had this chemistry and energy. Like there's a bunch of songs that didn't come out that I thought could have been really big, and that process was, a lot of it was in the studio. So we would create the chorus or a beat or something like that, and I'd either write in the studio or I'd take it away. It's changed for me these days. These days I like to just spend time by myself. Like writing in a studio, I don't get the vibe that much anymore. I like making beats with producers in the studio, but then I prefer to take them away and write. And like these days it can be either I'll put a beat on and just start writing to that, or I won't even have a beat and just start writing lyrics heaps in my phone.
So that change from that album sound to the next, just to be clear, that was from you, not from say, hey, the label goes, we should be poppy now. That was you wanting. No, that
was all me. Yeah. We made sure when we signed with EMI that we had all creative control. We made all the decisions of what songs and stuff. Yeah. They're very involved. They've been great. Like EMI and Universal have been really good to work with because they've understood that, you know, it's our kind of vision. And yeah, so there was no pressure from labels to do the real poppy shit. Like we hit them with a bunch of songs before they'd even heard it.
Makes the success even better, in my opinion, because you took the risk, and it worked because it was your decision.
And the internal fight in my head, because like coming from someone who was very, very rap based, and coming from, you know, being on Uncut with Lyrical Commission and stuff when I was younger, and rapping with those guys, going from doing that kind of music to a completely like, you know, poppy kind of album was really hard for me to they're gonna think I'm a sellout, you know what I mean? That was like one of the biggest things. They're gonna think I'm selling out to make money. But what I figured out was I would have been selling out if I didn't do what I wanted to do. You got to do what you want to do, because if you're doing what you think someone else should do, that's probably more selling out than, you know. So it's like, a lot of people thought that, I hate that term sellout anyway, you know what I mean?
You said in the lyric, yeah, I'm a sellout. If you call me a sellout, yeah, like the show I just sold out or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember the lyric exactly, but
I can't remember it either. I know what the lyric you're talking about though.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about Kanye, that's one thing. He's inspired me so much because, like, if you think about Kanye when he did like that joint with T-Pain, Good Life.
Yeah.
And, like, he was popping, like he was killing it, man. He could have just kept riding that wave and just making hit after hit. But he went and did 808s and Heartbreak, which was such a polarizing, risk-taking album. And he alienated so many people by doing it, but the thing with Kanye, he didn't give a fuck because he was doing what he wanted to do. And that's one thing you got to respect about him, is he doesn't do what others expect of him.
He did it again with the Yeezus. He just went, fuck everyone. And then I remember being dragged through the mud. And then now, almost 10 years later, not 10 years, but they're calling it like a genre bending and classic.
Yeah.
At the time, no one understood.
I sort of felt that way about 808s. Like at first, I was like, oh, man, I don't really like this shit. But then as I listened to it and as the years went by, it's one of my favorite albums of all time.
I love that album. Say You Will was one of my favorite songs.
Insane.
So emotional, and that kind of Drake influence a little bit, or vice versa as well, of putting emotion in rap songs. And he started doing auto-tune. People were like, why are you doing auto-tune? But it worked.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted to do, like you said.
It was amazing. And I think that Drake influence came in when he did that mixtape that blew up as well.
Yep.
Fuck, what was it called?
If you're reading this, is to no, the earlier one,
The first.
Thank Me Later.
Nah, it had like.
So Far Gone.
I think that was it. Yeah.
Where it had like a bit of singing and rap and emotional. Yeah. And that's when Ye started to.
Yeah, that whole period of music was crazy. I remember that very vividly. And even Drake, before that, like we were listening to his mixtapes, like this cunt's fucking crazy. And then he just did that, and his style started shifting, and he just fucking exploded. It was amazing to see, man.
On that, what do you think of getting assistance with writing?
So this is probably unpopular opinion, right? But the way I see it, I kind of try and relate it to the way I make music and shit. Because I think if you listen to most of my raps and stuff, I have a very structured flow. I don't mix up the flow too much and bounce around on a beat, and very direct patterns and stuff like that. And I think Drake had a very similar thing where the way he'd rap on a song, he had his own flow, and it was, every song was almost a sort of similar flow. He did switch it up a little bit here and there, but I feel like he wants, like I want to grow as an artist. I want to try and evolve into doing different delivery, different flows, and different styles of rap that don't come naturally to me. And it's actually, I find it quite hard to do. I have to really, really go for it if I want to evolve. So I feel like him getting Quinton Miller or whoever was helping him, it was almost just helping him, not necessarily with his bars, but just his tone and the way he delivered his flow and stuff like that, because it all switched when he started doing that. It's almost like he upgraded to the new style of rapping, like Worst Behavior, like that kind of flow, you know, like never thought he would do that kind of shit before, but he really got a grasp on it, fucking ran with it. And I don't know if he could have done it if he didn't have that help. So I think in my view is he probably was doing that just to try and evolve. But if you listen to Drake's older stuff, he's always had bars. He's always been very...
he's a very good writer.
Great lyricist.
Yeah.
And he wrote fucking that Alicia Keys joint. Like he's great, so I understand it. And he's like that dude is a superstar, pop star. So many of, whether it's rap or whatever kind of music it is, people in that position, they have teams working on their shit, you know. But at the same time, you know, in the rap world, having a ghostwriter really discredits you, and it really makes other rappers, I think, see it as though you're not that authentic now because you don't even write your own shit. So I do understand both sides, but I do get why he did it. What do you reckon about that?
I agree with you in the sense that it helped him upgrade, it helped him become better. I'm not a rapper, so do I take away... When I remember blogging through that period, and I was online, and I would literally have my comments filled with literally Drake is not valid anymore, he's not a rapper. When you get your lyrics written, you just... And then Pusha T came at him for it. Yeah. So he got dragged through it, and I watched it all happen. I'll be honest, it did take away from my opinion of him. It's not gonna lie. Like I was like, really, you don't write your lyrics? But then I also, through experience now dealing with rappers and artists and speaking to a lot more artists, there's a lot of hands that go into what they do. Like the producers, for example, when they're in the studio and they suggest something, they get it written by credit. Because they assisted with, even if a change of a word in a chorus, you can go down as a writer, as a songwriter. Yeah. So it's a good conversation to have, and it's I don't think he's any less in my opinion because of who he is and what else he can bring. But it did take a little bit of the chink off the armor at that point. Yeah. But the respect just continues because of what else he can do, and he can sing, he can rap, he like you said, he's a beast.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Just a talented motherfucker.
It is like that. Like with Styles, when we did Falling and Flying, a lot of this, I wouldn't have been able to do that album without him because he's just so versatile with his production and so good at writing melodies and stuff like that. And also, I'd come in with a verse and be rapping it, and he'd be like, "Oh no, say this, change the flow here, or that word doesn't sound," like he's really direct.
Sometimes a vowel changes. Vowels like A's in the choruses, it just changes it. Like
yeah,
you said.
man, yeah. So I'm quite a lazy kind of rapper in the sense that I'll write something and I won't nitpick it and dive too much into it to fix the little issues that there are with it. Where he's a perfectionist, so like, and he's blunt. Like he's extremely blunt. He doesn't even like Styles is hilarious because you don't know if he likes it. Like he never says this is sick. I don't think I've ever heard him say this is amazing or anything like that. Even the best shit we've done, he's just like, yeah, it's sick, that's cool. You know what I mean? That's it. You don't get any other compliments from him. But the thing is, he'll tell you if he doesn't like it. So if he doesn't say that, then you know he likes it. Very, very.
You need those people around that tell
absolutely.
you. So many people love surround themselves with yes men or yes people.
Fuck that shit. That shit's, nah, you don't want that, man.
Nah.
You get led astray big time.
Like you were saying, Drake, Kanye, and then I'd love to go back to, you know, your come up, but who else do you enjoy, you know, like in your, because we talked to me about Thug, and his influence and, you know, and you respect that artistry, which, you know, makes me believe, well, obviously confirms that, you know, you know your shit really well, but who else do you know, you love listening to?
Oh, like, I really do the stuff that I really love is when there's bars and shit in there.
Okay, yep.
Someone like with the new wave, the new style of music and rap and the direction it's gone, I think someone that does it really well is Tory Lanez.
Oh yeah.
You know? Because he's always got crazy lyrics and bars and flows and he's very diverse and shit. But I do like that Young Thug and fucking Uzi and I even don't mind 6ix9ine. I think his shit slaps.
Energy, it's just energy.
Yeah, I think he's actually sick. Like regardless of him, you know what I mean? Like I think his music is fucking really, really sick and dope. And fucking rap, man. I reckon Cardi B's sick. I love her shit. I reckon she can rap and her bars are crazy. Just don't know if she writes them. That's the thing.
She doesn't.
Yeah.
She does. You like WAP, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, she said.
Is that your favourite? What's it?
Jam out to that every day.
Yeah.
But I mean, like even someone like Doja Cat, I think she can rap.
Yeah.
I don't listen to Cardi B, but I just think she's good. I think Nicki Minaj is really good too.
Yep.
I think she's great. I think she writes her shit.
Yeah. What about her verse of my favourite verse of
Monster?
hers? Yeah. Did you think she killed that song over Jay-Z?
Yeah, easy. She smashed it, man. Absolutely.
Monster is so crazy.
Amazing. And that, like that joint with Chris Brown and Drake, that Only, you know that joint? Fuck, that beat is so hard.
Nicki, Drake, yeah. What about here locally? I know when you first came into saying you were very adamant that like, don't really listen to it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I never listened to it, ever. I grew a love for it as I got older. So I appreciated the accent, I appreciated what we were talking about, and I started gravitating back this way. But anyone that you excited about or anyone that you listen to, you're like, oh, this guy's pretty dope, or she is dope.
Yeah, man, the new dudes that are come up, like Chilling It, Nerve.
Yep.
Melbourne, you know that. Fuck, all those dudes, they're smashing it. I fucking love it. You know what I mean? But as far as listening to music like rap from here, it's not really what I gravitate towards.
Okay, yeah.
But I do, like when those dudes release tracks, and I always check them out and just always like, fuck, this is crazy. You know, like I think Australia's in a very healthy position, I think, going forward, man, because I think the rappers that they know how to fucking rap.
Yep.
You know, Never's gonna be big.
Credit to you though. I see you. You show a lot of them love in the comments, and you're very vocal about like what you like. I was saying also like in the last couple interviews as well. A lot of bitter rappers that kind of don't want to show love to the new guys.
Yeah.
And
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Man, I hate that shit. And the thing is, I wouldn't have been anywhere if I wasn't shown love from the dudes like back in the day. And given the platform that I've got and having the followers that I've got on social media and stuff like that, if I like something, I'll share it, and hopefully it'll give them a bit of a boost. You know what I mean? If they're not that big, So I always try and do that shit. And some it helps, some it doesn't. But I think it's important because there's a place for everyone to be successful. It's
a lot of people don't know this here. They think it's like limited in terms of who can win.
And it's competition.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see it that way. I think they are competition most definitely, like, because you're all competing to be the best, but
Absolutely.
There's room for everyone to be the best. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone can make money, everyone can profit, everyone can be successful. Like there's a place for someone like Kerser from his background and his life. There's a place for someone like me who's totally different. There's, if the music's there, everyone can do it, The success is a good thing. And like if you look at the UK, a lot of them, like if someone makes it and blows up, they fucking love it. They don't hate on it. And here it was like, for such a long time, it was, if you blow up and become successful, and it's like sell out. You know what I mean? It was just such a common thing, or people hating on it just because it was popular, like some hipster shit. You know what I mean? It's
Do you think it's a bit like, I don't want to turn it political, but I am. No, I'm not. I think it's Is it how we are as like, not as people, but it's just across industries as well, and even in sport sometimes it's like we don't like losing. When watching cricket, Australian cricket side, when they lost, you'd always know that they were pretty upset with the opposite side. We do need to support our people a bit more. That's instead of going like negative, in a positive sense, we do need to support our people a bit more.
I think in Australia, if someone is being successful and they're showing the world that, like people turn on it. You know what I mean? People think it's arrogance, and it seems like Australia prefers people that just make it and just don't flex and stuff like that. But in the States, it's like, if you make it, it's like, good on you. You're fucking killing it, I don't get that attitude. I had that attitude though, so actually I do get it. That's a lie. Because I was like that when I was young, man. I was like, fucking anything that was melodic or poppy, I was a sellout. That was such a common phrase to use. And so I do get that mindset, but for me it's something that people need to grow out of. Like, I understand you go through it, but you grow out of it and just appreciate that everyone has different sounds. And just because someone's successful, it shouldn't change your opinion of them.
I think like you just said, it benefits everyone.
Yeah.
It's like if you're killing it and I'm here, it benefits me.
Yeah.
If say like someone from Perth is killing it and the UK find out about him, they've learned about Australia. Like with Leroy blowing up.
Yeah.
He copped a bunch of rubbish about going mainstream, selling out.
Did he?
Signing to a deal. Yeah. He copped it massive.
Man.
He's still copping it. And it's like, why? He's doing us a service and you don't even realise.
Yeah.
Like when you were one of the first few to break into the American culture and they welcomed you, and you just said like, here, it's like they turned a bit. Did you experience?
Oh man, yeah. When Falling and Flying popped off, it was like everyone was behind it, and it was like it got to this stage, it just turned. A lot of people turned on it, and I think it was when the album went platinum, and I remember it being a little bit of a shift. I got the comments online were just brutal. Like everything I put up was 80% just hate and real spiteful shit.
Passion hate, like
evil.
Yeah.
Evil shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at that time, it was those kind of comments are just like, it's hard to read when you're not used to it, you know? But you get used to it over time. And it's changed now. Like now everything's really positive. But I don't know, it's like maybe people feel like they're gonna pull you down a bit, like bring you down, you know, you're going too high, come back down to earth. So if that helps, maybe.
People forget, like it's rap and hip hop. We're not supposed to be like, I know we're supposed to be humble in our real lives, but like if you're good at something, you're allowed to talk about it.
Yeah.
Or you're allowed to go, mate, I just went platinum. Like,
yeah.
Did you do that? Like,
yeah.
It's okay to talk some shit.
Yeah.
A bit soft sometimes. That's my opinion, but
I like when people do that shit. It's funny, but for some reason people just hate it. I do like seeing people like floss with money and shit, cash. And I love that. I love that. I don't know if I really did that. I don't know if I would do that, but I do enjoy like seeing people do that.
Imagine you did that, you would have got dragged.
Oh, bro, we copped it so much. Yeah, the hate and the negativity is a hard thing to get used to when they're coming at you like real hard all the time and trolling you and just fucking with you like hackers and shit. You know what I mean? I
remember personal attacks when you were. One memory, and I don't know if I'm going to explain this right, but when you went into like obviously red carpets and you're wearing suits, you went for more of I know people like to go metro and all this type of labels, which I want to ask, but I remember like the hate in the comments being about how you dressed. It's like,
yeah,
what do you care?
It was funny. It's funny the metro thing, man, because like when I was growing up, metros were people who like had kind of fucking gelled kind of blonde tips down here and they pop their collars and shit like that. And
yep.
That I still don't understand what it really means. Like what, and why I was getting that label. I don't know how that came across, like being a metro. I thought that was for people with like, you know, bronze fucking tans and shit that went in tanning beds and.
It's interesting because
from Sydney, shirts and shit.
Yeah. From Sydney, from my experience in high school, fucking long time ago, and I remember those words coming up, and I didn't know what the fuck it meant, and it was almost as simple as if you're looked at clean cut, like you dress in a nice t-shirt or you're in ripped jeans or something, you're like, okay, you're not street and you're not Eshays, so you automatically fall into this group.
Ah, right.
That's how I understood it.
Yeah, like, I get it. Really sweet. So the even snapbacks and shit like that, or?
I mean, it depends what the rest of you're wearing, right? But if you're in a snapback and say a long t-shirt, you know those 3/4 industry t-shirts, or like you're wearing one of those and jeans under that, like that to me, I remember back in school, they're like, "Are you a metro?" And I think it's just a presentation thing. I don't think it's like who you are as a person.
Yeah. I think I remember it was like something about people who really care about their
appearance,
being clean cut and having the hair perfect and all that kind of stuff. But I always felt like it was like, man, I'm fucking rocking like vintage NBA shit and like Shaq face on my t-shirt, and I was like, just didn't understand how that was metro. But I get it was probably tighter jeans as well, you know, like not wearing the real baggy shit. So I guess that's definitely factors in. But yeah, I never thought that we were classed as metro.
I don't hear that come up though as much these days, if I'm honest. I don't see anyone in anyone's comments calling them out on that stuff. Maybe because the whole lad Eshay thing grew a lot more.
Huge, yeah. It's big. It's really cool, man. It's like interesting to see, and I think Grimes had a big factor. Like into help building. I actually think Kerser even influenced a lot of that, man. Like the lad kind of fashion blew up, and I think he was a part of that, you know. And that's
I just remembered the tennis player bar. Sorry, Pop, you're kind of like a tennis instructor or something. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kerser, but yeah.
Some of those bars, man.
Yeah.
But it's weird, man. Like I feel like he had such an influence on a generation, and I feel like it came after that battle. I feel like it really did. And I hate saying stuff like this, and I don't want to sound cocky, but I feel like I had an influence on especially when Falling and Flying blew up, with the snapbacks and wearing Disney shit and stuff like that. There was so many kids that were rocking that before the lad phase sort of came in. So it's really interesting to see how it, like, I feel like both of us had a part in shaping that kind of fashion, you know, and it's fascinating shit.
I think I agree with you, because you would call it out. Like, it's nothing. You've obviously mentioned how it's grown, and you're not against it. But I remember in your lyrics, and you poke fun at it.
Yeah.
We've all poked fun at stuff. It's fun.
Yeah.
I get my beard poked fun. Like, it's whatever. And when you call something out, the other person has to respond, and then the group that are part of that start to hate you.
Yeah.
And then your side. It's cool. So definitely, I think it did definitely shape culture.
Yeah. And now with all the UK stuff and the drill and shit's popping off, it's just amazing to see where the trends go, because they've gone so many different ways, and they will still evolve. And I think why I think Australians are in lucky hands at the moment is because the guys that are starting to really pop off, I feel, actually know how to rap. So when the trend changes from being sort of like the drill stuff, those dudes are gonna have no problem like adapting with it and doing their own thing or whatever. You know, it's not like they've just. I think some people have gotten into that sort of like the Young Thug kind of shit. The dudes who have gotten into that might have mastered that sound, but some of the people won't evolve and be able to do something different.
Absolutely, not everyone can be like a Travis Scott.
Yes.
You do that sound and then you move on to something else.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. But I'm really interested to see like over the next 10 years where shit goes. And I think it was like when the mumble rap shit took off.
Yep.
A lot of like purists were like, hip hop's dead.
I remember that for a few years they ran with that.
It's over, you know. These cunts aren't rapping.
Yeah.
And they're not. There's not like crazy lyricists. There is in some know how to do a good blend of it.
Yep.
But there's not crazy like lyrics and stuff like that in a lot of the tracks. It's the energy, and you know, you can hate on that, but I think if you can train yourself to appreciate it, even if you don't like it, you'll start to expand more, you know, as a person and especially as an artist. Like even just trying to do that kind of sound, because I loved it for so long. So getting in there and actually chucking the auto-tune on and just freestyling some melodies and raps and shit like that it's really, really fun. But I think doing that, even though those songs I won't show any, I might show some people, might show you after.
Yes.
Doing that helped me grow, helped me evolve, flow-wise and melody-wise and everything like that. So it's really fun, like to experiment with different sounds. Like even been doing heaps of drill stuff, and that's, you know, the different flows and patterns that you pull on that helps you grow as well. So it's like, yeah, I love just watching everything just grow and just see where it goes and who's going to take it where, you know.
Yeah, you can hear it in your music. Sorry to cut you off. You hear it in your music, because from what you see is what you get. Then obviously Falling and Flying, and then also, in my opinion, and like correct me if I'm wrong, Utopia, you took a little bit of a different kind of trappy little bit, and you're wearing an ASAP Mob jumper on the front.
Yeah, 100%.
Were you influenced by?
Big influence by that. Yeah, I did a song, Eddie Jones, which was really, really hard trap joint. And I love that shit. I still like a lot of that kind of stuff. So it's funny how it's over the albums, I'll just do whatever I'm feeling at that time. That's what ends up coming out on the album. Is like, it has that feel to it. And when I did the last album, it was pretty much like I did a whole trap album, and
you changed it all after. Yeah.
Changed it. Sort of felt like I can't just, I don't want to just drop this because it's sort of the thing to do at the moment. So I started getting in the studio with a guy called Carl Dimataga, and he's just a beast, like playing instruments and stuff like that. And the way we would make songs was like, we'd get in, he'd start playing chords, and I'd grab the mic and just freestyle a melody. And that every single song we did like that, was a freestyling the melody and then putting words to it. And
this is vintage modern, right?
Yeah.
Okay, makes a lot of sense, because I love that album. I don't know, how do you feel towards that album?
I think it's a good album. I think it's very polished.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the albums have been very polished. And one thing I want to do next is not be that polished.
Okay.
I want to come bring some raw shit.
Raw, yeah.
I feel like with every album I've made, it's always been such a serious thing where it's like, the mixtapes are fun.
Yep.
You know, you just drop a fucking rap joint, no chorus, cunts love it.
Yeah.
I have more fun doing the mixtape shit. So I'm going to approach the new project like that. I'm not going to get a whole team of producers in there that are helping to, you know, create the song and finish it and stuff like that. The next one's just going to be just mixtape style, not really giving a fuck. Just if I like it, we're doing it, you know.
Are you ready to release that stuff soon? Like, is that the plan? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, so we'll do, so with the Falling and Flying re-release 10-year anniversary this year, we'll put, that's coming out probably the same time it dropped 10 years ago, I think, which might have been September or something like that. But when we did that 10 years ago, we had Please Be Seated before it. So I think I want to do another one like that. But I think it might be songs that I haven't released yet. Songs that are in the vault, and then come out with new shit. Or it would be better to just drop new shit, like a Please Be Seated 5, you know what I mean? Right before Falling and Flying comes out. And then we do that with some unreleased songs on that. After that, drop some new shit as well, which should be crazy.
Do you think the reception of you experimenting this time will be different to before because of maybe how the scene is now?
Like,
so you know how before, when you when you did the pop stuff real well,
yep,
and it succeeded, you said you had your kind of detractors and like, why are you going pop?
Yep.
What the fuck are you doing? Whatever. It still worked. But, you know, say now, you mentioned drill, you mentioned a couple of different raw stuff. Do you think how people take it now will be different?
Yeah, I think so. I think because after doing Falling and Flying and doing what I've done since, I think people know now that I will just do different sounds. So it doesn't really, I don't think people are going to be like, oh, what the fuck's he doing this for? But when I do the drill shit, at the same time, I've got to be myself, so I can't be coming out like
ops and that.
Yeah. Like, I've got gun bars and shit. But
I'm actually keen to hear that. But
the way that I deliver it is like I wanted to do a kind of drilly joint and rapping about guns and, you know, selling drugs, and I just didn't know how to do it. So I did a song called Superman. Instead of Gucci Mane, it was Superman, and it was about being Superman, as if Superman decided to stop being a hero and just started trapping and living that lifestyle. So that way I can rap from Superman's perspective, and how much of a sitcom would he be, like, you know, using his eyes and.
Yeah, but kudos to you. I want to say waiting for this moment to tell you, but your wordplay and like the imagery you place, and like whether you do it like purposely or not, it's awesome. Like you paint pictures really well with your words.
Thanks. Okay, man.
It's like, it comes naturally, or you kind of over time? It's just.
I think it's definitely developed.
Yeah.
One thing I think there's, for me, that I can do the battle rap stuff and a lot of punchlines and shit like that, and that comes very natural, and I can do the personal stuff, and that comes very natural. But the storytelling, like Tiny Angel, that joint?
Mm-hmm.
That joint.
That's one of my... that nearly made me cry, bro. I had it in my notes.
Really?
Fucking love that song.
Thank you. Yeah, that is a fucking hectic joint, eh?
That's a heavy one, that one.
Yeah, that was... but that's storytelling. I love doing that. But that doesn't come as naturally as the other shit. So that song actually took me months to write.
Can I ask you, this is with that story, do you have the ending in mind and then you work backwards, or do you kind of conceptualize as you go, or do you have the story?
I had the story, like a friend of mine went through it.
Okay.
And I saw the effect that it had on him and his missus, and it was fucking, as you can imagine, just the most dark shit ever. But I was like, I don't know why, but I was like, I need to write a song about this. And I fucking interviewed what are they called? A midwife.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because
okay.
I wanted to find out the specific shit that happens, because I wanted it to be real. I didn't want it to sound like I didn't know what I was talking about. So I interviewed her and someone who was luckily open to discussing it, who'd actually been through it.
All right.
So that was it took months to write that. That was almost like working. It felt like writing an audio movie almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
good
the
way
work
of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah, the work that went into it was. I really wanted it to be like when you listen to it, you can see exactly what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I like doing tracks like that. But the hard part is, I think, thinking of a story that's gonna that you can dive into. And I want to do more storytelling joints, not so dark though, not always on that intense fucking hectic shit. Because that's just like, a song like that, I think is probably one of the best songs I've done. But it's not something you want to listen to. Not many people, some people do, but it's not something that's like, I don't know. It's not. There's no replay value in
it's heavy.
Intense.
I went and revisited it last week, and it's like 5-10 minutes after you're still in that realm. So it's not like you said replay. It's not like you jump in the car and put it on and play it again and again and forget the words, because you need to listen to the words.
Yeah, it's a fucking
to
downer.
get it. Yeah,
it's a big downer, that song. But some people love it. Like some people listen to it like all the time, and it helps them through shit. Like the reactions we've got, like, is insane. Like the people that email every day, man. We get emails and DMs and stuff like that where people say, "Thank you for writing such and such song. It stopped me from killing myself," and all that. Like you wouldn't believe how many people have said that stuff, and it's kind of hard to. It's a weird thing that with me, when people say stuff like that, like "you saved my life," I automatically don't want to believe. It's like, it's hard to believe. You know what I mean?
It's not true.
Yeah,
you're lying
it just
to me.
seems like how could I have that impact on someone so much to make them stop killing themselves? It's a fucking amazing thing, and I love it, absolutely love it. But I don't know why, something in my head just makes me not want to believe them, or,
Do you think, this is a heavy question, but I hope I can ask it.
Go wherever, man.
But do you think, when you've talked about it in one of your comeback videos, where you talked about how there wasn't much internal love, so when you hear something that's, say, you've helped them with, you look inside, and I've done this prior when I've saved someone's life, but something good's come my way, and I'm like, but I'm actually like not a great person, so how is this true?
Yeah.
Is it a bit of that? Not saying you're not a great person, but
no,
do you see what I'm trying to say?
It's that self-loathing, I think, that steps in and says that can't be true.
Yep.
It's not like deep down I believe them. I don't think they're making it up, but that ego in your head that constantly like puts you down and tries to bring you down a level says that can't be true. Like, you're not special. You're not. And it's in a way, it's like good to not think you are special because of shit like that. But it's it is. It definitely comes from that place of not liking yourself. It's my head's crazy, man. Like, I go through stages where I'm very confident and, you know, I do love myself and stuff like that, but then I go through stages where I fucking hate myself. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Like, I've had times where I can't even look in the mirror because I just judge myself so much, and it almost, there was a point where I thought I was sort of almost going crazy, you know what I mean? Like I was about to lose it because I just did not like myself. I couldn't look at anything on like all my music and stuff like that. Watching videos, I just cringe because I'd just be so critical of it and stuff like that. And just like there was a real kind of dark hatred for myself there that was took a while to get past. Yeah, it still pops its head up, but it's definitely gone away for the most part.
For people suffering with similar, not to say to your extent because everyone suffers differently.
Yeah.
What words would you tell them to cope? Because you're still here. You've spoken about how you want to release music, and you look like you're in a much better place. So that coping, what are some words you could give to people suffering with similar things?
It's super hard, but the time and patience, like it's hard to be patient when you're going through some really bad stuff. But for me personally, everything passes. So it's like you're going through it. The best thing I think was a therapist told me, when you're feeling this overcome with darkness and just these fucked up thoughts, embrace it and don't try and push it away, and just let it sit there and accept it. And a lot of times that has helped so much, where it's like I've been overwhelmed with anxiety, almost having a panic attack, and just sat there and just like, well, fuck it, I'm just going to ride with it. And then it ends up dissipating. And it's a hard thing to learn, but that has helped a lot, just to let it be. That's the thing. That's such a powerful statement. Just let it be, you know. And yeah, just that shit does pass. But you know, I've been in the place where it's so dark that you know, the suicide thoughts that come in, I never have thoughts of like ever doing it. It's strange. I just have thoughts that, oh, if you keep going like this, surely you're gonna do it one day or something like that. But I would never do that, you know. And that's suicide is some dark shit, man. That shit's like a plague, you know. I think when you've been around people that have taken their life, it's this darkness that can consume people that have been around it, and it's a scary thing.
It's scary to hear. I've got close, I mentioned specifics, family and friends who have told me that they want to kill themselves.
Fuck, it's hectic.
It's so heavy because I'm a very sensitive and caring, empathetic as well. So if you're feeling like shit, I'm gonna feel like shit. I don't know why, but it just happens. Mm-hmm. So when you hear that, I know the other person needs to get it off their chest. Mm-hmm. But it's hard. It's not easy to deal with.
No, not at all. And I think I feel like I'm the same as you, and I recognize that. So when I'm like feeling like that, I don't tell anyone, because
that's why you don't tell. Yeah,
that's exactly why. Because I don't want to bring anyone down, and that's been probably the hardest part for me, is the fact that I've, like, in my height of addiction and all these bad shit going on, I just couldn't bring myself to tell anyone, because I didn't think it was a shame, but I didn't want to let them down, and I didn't want to burden them. But the thing is, it ends up being worse, like, because it just drags on for so long. And like, for me, I ended up having an overdose and landed in hospital, and then it's like suddenly you're shocking everyone around you that had no idea, and now they all know this all dark shit, and it's worse if you had have just said it gradually. But therapy is where it's at. You know, seeing someone regularly and consistently talking about anything, just whatever it is, it doesn't have to be darkness, just get whatever off your chest, is so helpful and so important. Like for me, that's been the best, and making music. Writing about it is the best therapy by far. One thing I want to do is try to get through to kids. Don't don't do drugs like crazy.
Can you please tell them?
I just don't know how. Like, what I mean is, like, how do you get across to a kid?
Yep.
Like, I know when I was young, I didn't give a fuck what anyone older said, even if they've been through it and told the experience, because kids don't understand addiction, right? When you're drinking and you're just starting out, you just drink every now and then, it's no problem. But the addiction disease, right? The more you drink or the more you use any drugs, it opens this cage for this monster to come out. And that, it just, as you keep going, it gradually opens it more and more. And then you cross the line into addiction, that monster is released out of the cage and is permanently in your head and permanently can switch you into, you can be just having a nice time and you can just bang, suddenly I'm like, I gotta get high, or I gotta go drink or just escape whatever I'm feeling. And that, the illness of, I don't know if it's really a disease, but people do say it is a disease, but the illness of addiction is so strong and so hard to beat. It's something that you do not want to introduce, and everyone has it in them. If you use and keep just abusing it more and more, you will awaken that beast and you will regret it for the rest of your life. It's a bad path to go down. But with that said, I fucking had a great time, and if you can do it in moderation, great. So I don't know the right way to go about trying to get that message through to kids how bad addiction is, because in Australia, like, fucking shard, man, is just the #1 drug problem. Like heroin and stuff, like opiates were my shit. Ice, I fucked around with ice a fair bit, and cocaine. I did literally everything, but ice, the downers were my thing. But the people that I know that have been on ice and that have that released that monster of addiction, a lot of them don't come back.
Yeah.
Ice is such an addictive thing. It gets its claws in there. Like, people that have overcome it, I respect so much, but people who haven't, I still respect them. But I understand that it's such a struggle. But I really wish we could figure out a way to show kids not to do it. Like, to understand, like, to really understand what happens when you cross that line and it comes out, because you'll never slay that demon. You can never slay it. You can only keep it at bay.
It's to add to what you're saying, some have that beast more than others. Like you said, everyone could potentially become addicted, but some of us have to be aware that not all of us will react the same to some drugs, and everything it gives us, because I was told this and it never left me. Everything it gives you, it takes as well.
Damn, that's a truth bomb right there, eh? That's sick. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, man. It's so true. Fuck. Shit's crazy. And speaking of the doctor, man, I had a doctor that was like, I think it was because of who I was. So he was giving me anything. Yep. I was fucking having the most hardcore shit. It was like 80 milligram oxys every week, going in there, and just was like, that was, because whenever I've done heroin in the past, it was like always off some street shit, never that good. I never mainlined it, but I never really enjoyed heroin, I enjoyed the stuff like oxys and stuff that was pure from the pharmacy and shit. And that shit just rocks ya. Insane stuff. And the Valiums and the benzos too, like, fuck, man, I was on the hardest you can get, and coming off that is a fucking nightmare.
Oh, it's soul destroying. And that thing kids need to understand, that you think you're in control until a certain point, and it becomes out of your control.
Exactly. That's
literally out of your control.
That's it. That's why I think they call it a disease, because you think you can, like, a lot of people think, well, just say no, just don't, stop doing it.
Yep.
But you don't have that option unless you've been like, it's like going to a gym. Unless you've been practicing it, trying to weaken that demon inside you, it will control you 100%. It's so fucked up, you know. And man, the people I met in rehab, the stuff they've been through is just like, everyone comes from a place of where they've just been through some fucked up trauma and real dark stuff, like fucked up stuff, and just like, whoa. But some of the best people I know are addicts, you know?
Yeah.
Some of the kindest people.
Yeah, we shiver that one, yeah.
And man, there was like a guy in there, and he was such a mess, man. Like, what you would expect an ice addict to be, like missing teeth and, you know, scabs and just fucked. But he was just the kindest guy, man. Like, he was in rehab, and he's going through like the roughest shit, losing his kids, all this kind of stuff. And he's in there, just, everyone was afraid when he rocked up, this guy. And then he settles in, and everyone loved him because he was such a sweetheart. Like, he would, like, just the small things, like he would open doors for people and just hold it open and greet everyone, and, you know, clean up and just do all this really, like, he was a gentleman, you know what I mean? And it makes you realize you can't judge a book by its cover. No. Because people were expecting this guy to come in and cause shit, you know, steal stuff, whatever. But he was probably, out of everyone, one of the most kind and, you know, just beautiful sweethearts there. He was a really good person. And it brings it out.
Yeah, a lot of the times the people who are damaged don't want that, like you were mentioning earlier, they don't want the other person to feel damaged as well. So they not overcompensate, but they are nicer. They do more for you as well. Like my close mate, he would do a lot more than a lot of my other mates, and he was and he'd be the one calling to check. He'd be the one, you know what I mean? Like that type of stuff. And makes you realize, like, just check on people that are around you. Be proactive. You know, don't wait. And yeah, like there are other ways to deal with pain.
Oh yeah.
Like you were doing training at one point. You got fucking big boy, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, got big. Got a bit slimmed down and got a bit jacked, you know.
Yeah. Is that really gear? Oh, it's kind of out for.
What happened was when I got out of I went to a detox center. I like had a overdose on the Utopia tour, and we cancelled that, and I went into a detox center, and I just started going to the gym, and I ordered these things from the UK. They're called pro hormones or some shit.
Yeah. I remember when that started popping off.
I think they are classified as a steroid, but I don't know.
Footy players were taking them just before they got classified as roids. If I'm not mistaken, that's what I remember, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like a thing everyone was taking that was getting
legal. It was sweet. So I was like, yeah, I'll just fucking jump on that shit, and it just puffed me up. You know what I mean? Puff daddy. It was that was good. That was good, man. When I was training all the time, my mind was in a good place.
Yeah.
But also, it brings out a bit of narcissism in you. You start flexing and shit on the gram, wanting to show people and stuff, which is okay because you show your progress and stuff. But when you become that kind of, a lot of people get into the gym and they become so self-obsessed with their image, it becomes toxic.
Yep.
It's so easy to get sucked into that social media lifestyle of, you know, just the narcissism and trying to portray this lifestyle that, you know, look at what I'm doing kind of thing. And there's nothing wrong with it, you know, and a lot of people get paid that way, but it can end up affecting you where you need validation all the time and stuff like that. But if going to the gym was great for keeping that monster at bay, you know. Writing music, going to the gym, and therapy is just the best thing for keeping the addiction mild, you know. But it can just jump up.
It's amazing how music is central to a lot of people's well-being.
Oh, yeah.
For me,
yeah.
For you.
Yeah, people live it.
Yep.
And breathe it. Like one thing, like when I was growing up listening to hip hop, I was obsessed. I lived and breathed underground hip hop and rap, just everything. Like I was buying every single album I could. I kind of miss being into it that much because it's not the same now. I'm sort of more critical and analyze everything and say, oh, I would do that differently and stuff like that, rather than just enjoying it. There's only a few people that I can just kick back and listen to. But it's just crazy how music's gone in that direction with the kids and addiction, man. Like the fucking how they push the codeine syrup. Yep. And it's like you watch these dudes and they're constantly drinking fucking lean and shit like that, and the effect that has on so many people, like, yeah, it's just it can be horrible, man, because the lean we had here was fucking
Ricodine.
Bad. The Ricodine and Pain Stop for kids. The Pain Stop for kids was good because the Ricodine made you shit yourself and that. Yeah. The Pain Stop was it had people, like, I used to do it a lot too. I know people have gone, like, died over that shit, you know what I mean? And that's riddled with paracetamol. So if you drink a lot of it, it fucks up your liver hardcore. And that's what people don't get. In Australia, we've got paracetamol in the lean. Well, I don't even think you can get it anymore without a script. But overseas, it's just codeine and promethazine.
Pure, yeah. There was a period where in hip hop, like you talked about mumble rap and stuff, it was celebrated. A lot of it was like in clips edited and like codeine, so everyone was sipping out of cups and stuff, and like Thug, all of them early on were all doing it. There's a lot of influence from like hip hop and rap from that, unfortunately. I would never have known what it was until Lil Wayne said it, Purple Drink.
Man, I don't know how Lil Wayne functions, man. Like, he was doing lean all day, every day. Like,
yep.
And he was still going. I don't even know if, has he stopped? Like, or he has stopped?
Yeah, there was a period where he stopped, then he got back on, and then now he's stopped. But you see him in sorry, go on.
No, you go, keep going.
I was just saying, like, you see him in interviews. This is a different kind of person now versus back then.
Really?
Yeah, and he's doing the podcast thing, and he's having conversations with people, and he's talked about it. But yeah, you're absolutely right. But he did talk about the withdrawals and.
Oh, so he went through.
Yeah.
Actually, I thought he was just a god and just never went through that hard part. You know what I mean?
He did.
Lil
Boosie as well. Boosie Badass, you know Boosie?
Yeah, Boosie. I love him, man. Yeah. He's hilarious.
He's fucking funny. He talked of, like, if there's kids who want to watch a video about codeine withdrawal, watch the Boosie explanation of it. He talks about, like, it obviously being heroin, but what your body goes through when it's off it, it's the worst pain you'll ever experience in your life.
Fuck, so is he off it now, Boosie?
I don't know right now, but...
Because he seems pretty loose, man.
He's still fucked, yeah. I don't know, but he talked about, like, the pain of coming off. Not sure if it completely stopped, but yeah.
That's it. It's such a hard thing to do. And when you go through it, like, you realise, how do people even do this shit, you know? Because, like, for me, I tried to do it by myself without any help, not telling anyone, trying to get off it before the tour where I had the first overdose. But if I had just come forward, I could have just gotten professional help, and they really help you get through it, you know? Because doing it cold turkey's bad, unhealthy.
Actually, should say that to people. Professional help does work.
100%.
Because I was a kid, a lot of us would watch it and like, what the fuck you talk to someone for? Like, what's that going to do to my drug problem? But you can say that it definitely does help.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not a weak thing to do, because a lot of people have grown up with this thing that if you talk about your feelings and shit, it's, you know, you're a puss, you know, just suck it up, man up and all that kind of stuff. And that's not the right way to go. It's a strong thing. Like I was saying earlier, it is a strength to be able to be open and tell someone what you're going through, for sure. Definitely.
That burden part, because you mentioned in one interview, you said, like, it's hard to understand what you're going through or what you've been through if you haven't been through the same. As much as you want to, it's just not the same because you haven't been through the same. And then I kind of sometimes tell myself and tell people around me, like, like you said, time passes, and whatever that thing you're going through is going to set you up for something better, as you said earlier. But it's got to come from them and that internal want to be better.
100%.
Or else, like,
there's not going to happen.
No.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think when someone just suddenly just tells you some intense stuff, I feel like you almost don't even just let them talk. You just let them say it so that they actually get off their chest, because they always feel better after saying it. But I understand, because it's hard to hear some of that shit, and you take it on board straight away. But you're so right, man, and I think that's kind of goes with the whole victim mentality thing. If you're like, especially people with addictions and stuff like that, they develop the selfishness because it's such a self-obsessed illness that you have. I think like my life would be so much different if I had have like simply just told someone, you know, in those early days. Can't even imagine what shit would be like now. But at the same time, even with all the shit that I've gone through, I don't know if I'd change anything, because I like who I am, you know what I mean? I like who I've become now. And I love life, you know? It's strange. Even the most horrible shit you go through, I think I'd probably say, oh, you know, maybe who I am.
Yeah, all the damage, highly traumatized people always say sentences like, yeah, it will always be all right. It's always okay. I'm all right. Nothing's wrong. Another thing too that I think will help me and people around me, when you said burden other people, because a lot of the time when you have this heightened sense of sensitivity and emotional awareness, because you're very emotionally aware, obviously, that's how you have to be this way. You get to a point where you realize not everybody else is like me. So it's okay to say it, because you keep things in worrying about what the other person is how they're gonna feel. But like you say, when you eventually comes out, the first thing they say is, "Why didn't you tell me?" Yeah. They deal with it different to how, say, you would deal with it, and maybe how I would as well. Yeah. And that's kind of that realization that, okay, not everyone's the same as me, so it's okay to share. Yeah, 100%. Like, you feel when you're going through something like that, you don't want to share it because of the burden, but the people that love you, they do want you to if it's going to help you, and it will always help if you express what's going on. But if you hold it in too much, it just bottles up to the point where it's like a Coke bottle. If like shaking it a little bit and it fizzes up, and the more you hold shit in, it just fizzes up more and more and more. And if you don't let a little bit out, it ends up just exploding. And that's what happens so often, you know. You need to speak up. It's I say that, but I don't do it myself. Like even now when I'm going through it, I just don't tell anyone. I just talk to my therapist. She's sort of the one that I unload to, which I think's, you know, good. I never tell like my family and shit that, you know, I'm in a really bad place, or just say, you know, I'm flat. Something, just let them know. There's some lyrics you wrote a while ago, and it's like very kind of close to what we're talking about. You might remember the song, obviously, but you say, "Shit, I know it's hard as hell to ask for help, but me, I'm coming with the welcoming mat. Even if you think I'm weak, I put myself in a track. See, I have emotions and I'm coughing them up. Over years and years, you dudes bottle them up. There's no wonder you don't hesitate to fight a dude. It's the only way you let out what's inside of you. You can call me weak for having an emotional track, but you're more of a pussy because you're holding it back. Yeah. That song's, man, not many people know that song, eh? Really? Nah, not many people bring that up, but I love when people do, because that's one of my favorites. Like, just going hard, you know? I love that shit. Yeah. It's so true, but like, it's a sign of strength. That's why I kind of you kind of look at, like, you might think we just talked about weakness, but it's strength with how those videos, like in 2019, that one, I think after a while you came out. I watched that when you first put it out. I cried with you. And yeah, it was so, it was so honest, and I can't remember the title, so I can't, but I'm sure people will know or find it. It's so raw, man.
Yeah, that was fucking.
That was raw.
Was dark. That was some heavy shit. I think that was just a few months before I went into rehab. Yeah, because I was struggling. I didn't know what the fuck to do. It got just so fucking bad. But luckily, this time, like, I actually was like, well, I need to do something. You know what I mean? Like, I was on methadone and shit, so it's like I need to. This shit, that shit fucked up my life. Like, I was on Suboxone, and I was fine with that. And then the addict inside me was like, I want to feel something. So it was like, I'll talk the doctor into putting me on methadone, because I'll say that Suboxone isn't working. If I talk the doctor into putting me on methadone, I might be able to feel something of that, because methadone does affect you differently to Suboxone. And you start doing that, and then, that roller coaster I got to 120 kilos. It was like just a miserable mess. But that, in a way, that was a good thing, because like it made me get to a point where it was like, I gotta get off this shit, and just go into rehab for 4 months. It's fucking intense, man. Very, very, very intense. Like, rehab is crazy. With like, you're in like a fucking out in the country in this massive fucking house with 20 other people and shit, going through, like, everyone's going through this wild stuff. And it is such an experience, like, you wouldn't believe. It's so much fun.
It's bringing a smile to your face.
Yeah, the people, man.
Yeah,
the people there are fucking amazing. Like, you meet people and you love them, and it's like you go through this journey together while you're in rehab. And for me, it was like a movie, you know what I mean? Because it was so hard, but at the same time, it was so much fun, because you meet just some lovely people and stuff like that. And it was actually really, really, really hard to come out of rehab and step back into reality. Because I went into rehab right before COVID came, and then COVID hit, and we weren't allowed to have anyone visit, weren't allowed to leave or anything like that. So it was like we were stuck there, and only allowed to speak on the phone once a week. And I got out, and it was stage 4 lockdown. So it was just like coming into like, what the fuck's going on? Like, the streets are empty, no one's in the city or anything like that. It was very, very strange time, and hard to adjust back to reality for sure.
What do you think of how, let me go political, but the whole kind of, the world's really different now, fucking compared to a year ago. If you really think about it.
Oh, man.
I'm sure you've thought about it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I follow it all the time, like what's going on and stuff. It's just, this COVID shit's just rocked the world, eh?
Yep.
It's insane. It is insane. And it's like, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like it's brought a lot more people online on social media.
Yep.
I don't know if
you're right.
That's common, but like it has changed everything. Like, it's changed music so much, in the sense that social media and streaming services now dominate, the music world.
Mm-hmm.
Radio, I feel like, is becoming less and less relevant now. And I feel like a lot of that's to do with COVID. But yeah, I just hope it's fucking done, eh? Like, it's so sick of different waves and shit. Well, we copped it down here in Melbourne. Did you
the fucking big lockdown that you had?
So long, man.
Yeah, I had mates here. Like, it's like, you guys are still in lockdown, and they get like the whole experience of getting food dropped to your front door. Like, people, they had those buildings that were cut off, and Yeah, it was just like watching shit in a movie.
And the people like the thing that, like, I'm not one of those people that's like anti-vax, anti-mask or anything like that. But what I feel is the lockdown in the end gonna fuck up people more than the virus itself? You know what I mean? Is like the people with mental health issues and addiction, that going through a lockdown would be so fucked. Like being by yourself, because you weren't allowed to visit anyone, no family and nothing. So if you're by yourself and you're suddenly isolated like that and you have issues
and you have time,
yeah, it's good. You can't do anything. You're going to bring it out. Like the drinking went up so much. Like the rate of people buying booze and stuff went up, which was understandable.
I'm sorry, I need to say something about that. Why the fuck did everything else close down, but the bottle-o-los were all open? Come on.
Essential services.
Bullshit. Why is that important?
Yeah. Oh, if they had it, man, if they had have actually shut the bottle-os down, like full-blown alcoholics probably would have died.
True.
Because it's when you stop drinking alcohol, if you're addicted to alcohol,
shut down.
You can poison your liver and shit.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's probably why. Like, I think even people without mental health issues going through these lockdowns and being isolated probably has even brought them to feel, hard times and shit. Like people that are barely scraping by, paying rent, need their job to survive. Suddenly they're cut off. How do they pay their rent? They get kicked out. Like, it's just, I don't know what the right thing would have been to do for the COVID lockdowns, but that part concerns me, because I feel like it's going to have an everlasting effect. Like, it's going to last for a long time. These lockdowns were so hectic here for a lot of people that I think it will probably fuck up so many lives, and it just makes me wonder whether it'll mess up more lives than actual COVID did.
There's a lot of desensitization to a lot of things that you would be normally used to, and like, for example, you're restricted on doing ABC, for example, or like traveling here or going up the road to get your 7 p.m. dinner, or if that you cut that out eventually over time, people don't like I speak to people now and they're like, once all the lockdowns were kind of reopened or was kind of let go, and the freedom was there, people were like, I can't be bothered going. So you're like you said, you're like, I'm not bothered, I can't be bothered going out. And you just adapt this new sort of lifestyle, like you said, where it's, even if you don't have issues, you're doing stuff that maybe you weren't normally used to.
Yeah, 100%. I think people have adapted. I've noticed it for sure. People that I know have, I think the lockdown really knocked a lot of people around, and then they adapted to it. They start doing everything over Zoom or whatever, and then they get comfortable being kind of in this kind of reclusive life, not really seeing anyone. And now that it is back open, they don't want to go back to reality. Like, it's all getting supermarket shit delivered.
It's like the hiring industry as well. Like the working from home situation, when it was all everyone go home, don't go into work. It's zombies out there. Don't go to work. And then when you tell everyone go back to work, they're like, oh no, I love working from home. I don't want to go back to work. So that's another example of like, just you were usually really wanting to go into work every day because it took you away from your home where you're lazy. Now everyone's like, no, I want to be at home where I'm comfortable. Yeah,
that's it. And I think it's quite a healthy thing for people to go out to do stuff like work and stuff, or even, you go to a doctor's appointment, you actually go there. Now it's all over the telehealth and all that kind of stuff. It's like, that is going to have a serious effect on just everyone going forward, because everyone has become more reclusive. And the thing too that is concerning as shit too is people are afraid of one another. Like, some people are like, because of the masks and the cleanliness of everything, like the 6 feet rule, like social distancing and stuff like that, it's like people think everyone's infected with some disease. So we've got to avoid everyone. Some people, it gets so, like there's some people are so over the top with it, they've become obsessed with it. You know?
I remember like early on, or it was like when you're crossing, like you're walking down the road, say someone's coming up this way and they see you. Early on, it was like they crossed to the other side of the road. I was like, over time, what's this going to do to people? Like the human connection. Yeah, man. I'm going to get weirded out if I'm next to someone now. Yeah,
absolutely. I remember when it all started, there's a lot of the people going like, oh, the masks are dehumanizing and or like talking out about how we should never wear masks. And I always thought that was a bit silly, but as time's gone on, it's like, it makes me think about children. Like, imagine being in school, like how impressionable kids are, and high school kids as well, when their brains are developing and they're kind of wearing masks and they're being told they have to wash their hands all the time. A lot of them will be fine, but some of them are going to develop some crazy anxiety, like fear and stuff like that is just going to be implemented into these kids because of this, and it's a scary thing. I just hope everyone can get back to normal, and I hope it doesn't, put a stamp in kids' heads that they're, everyone's got to avoid everyone, got to be scared, because like I've seen videos of parents who have been so over the top with their kids and stuff like that, making sure that they're always got, what's that stuff called?
Sanitizer.
Yeah, always got that shit. And that'll last with them, That shit'll fuck some kids up for sure.
I know, like a lighter note, shows are back.
Yeah.
How good's that?
It's great. Awesome. And I'm glad people are going. I don't know if you can have full capacity.
Some places, there's a couple of festivals in Sydney that have gone ahead, and Wollongong as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm doing a festival in Sydney called District X.
Okay, yeah.
In October, and that should be crazy.
Can't wait.
One of those X Games, like dirt bike.
Yeah.
They are amazing to play.
Sweet.
The crowd is crazy. Fucking love that shit. The dirt bike, like extreme sport kind of crowd, are the best.
Yeah.
Absolutely love them.
Yeah.
Like a monster truck, like those fans, they are fun.
How much are you gonna charge for selfies now? Is it 1,500 now?
Imagine that.
$1,000?
Shit.
That's back to our point earlier of like just seeing people win as part of a package. So what?
Yeah.
Like, so what if you're paying for something and people went at you for that? Like,
yeah. See, the thing with that was like, I understand it.
Yep.
Because the way that the media pushed it was that I was charging people for selfies, but that's not what I was. Technically, I did charge people for selfies, but that wasn't the thing. It was buy a ticket, you get to come backstage, hang out, we'll give you free merch, vinyl
experience.
Signed, all this stuff, and hang out. And it wasn't like, come get a selfie, there's the money, thank you. You know what I mean? We're giving people a fucking immersive experience, cuz. People came at me, man. Like,
I know. I saw
hard.
the comments like this.
Fucking no.
Yeah.
Shit. It made me realize how savage the media can be if they twist shit. Take shit out of context and don't really paint the story. They put a headline there. Everyone believes it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It makes you realize, shit, you got to be fucking careful.
Yep.
Got to be very, very careful with things you say, because people can just take a section of it and run with it.
Like this hour and 20 or whatever, however long, media will go, let's take out the COVID part, and he's telling everyone that lockdown's not good for us.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. That's an example.
Just gave them some ideas.
That's some clickbait shit, Get them all involved.
As long as they're talking about us, it's fine.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But like, imagine being a fucking politician, man, where they just, all it is media harassment all the time. Fucking would suck.
So sign up for that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. A lot of people say the same thing about musicians.
I was literally thinking that as I said it.
If you cop shit, well, you signed up to be in that. Well, it's like, well,
it's a really bad way of saying that. Yeah.
Like you doesn't.
No.
Yeah, you don't like treat someone like shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I didn't sign up for you to be a cunt. I'm not talking about politicians are cunts, man.
I remember they got you on
deserve
TV and you talked. I remember. You got on and like just talking about Australia. I agreed with everything you said.
Yeah, that was heavy, bro. That was hectic. And there was I forget his name. He was a big journalist, man. And he came out, did a fucking like a hit piece kind of thing in the paper. And this dude got at him and was like, let's do an interview, like pretending to be me.
Oh, right.
Oh, bro, it is classic. I think it's online and it's like him. I think I was listening to it and filming myself listening to it and he's talking, being me.
I missed this, yeah.
He starts being serious to him and the guy thinks it's me the whole time. Then he starts dropping all this random shit in there, like, and just trolling him. And he kind of gets thrown and then he just says some wild shit and the guy's like, cuts him off, and I was like, "You fucking idiot! You come at me."
Is that like when you interviewed that rapper's name? Vanilla Denz. Do you know that rapper?
Vanilla Denzel, man. He's the truth, bro. Oh God,
it's an old one.
Can't believe you remember that.
Yeah,
that's wild. Vanilla Denz.
That's funny, bro. If anyone's wondering, that's actually was it your first rapper name? No. Or his nickname?
Just to take in the piss.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah. That was I like having like different different AKAs that shit, like 60 Cent. 360 Mafia, you know. Like just flipping dudes' names. It's good.
Yeah. When I came across, remember you interviewed yourself on the carpet? No,
I can't remember. Dude.
Actually, I can probably guess why.
Yeah. My memory's fucking gone in some places. Like there's some things I just have no memory of and shit. And you know, there's times where I'll be talking and my mind will just go blank as well. Yep. I'll think about something else and I'll be like, what the fuck was I talking about? And that shit is very annoying when that happens. But like my short-term memory can be pretty bad, which is, you know, it's just all part of the game, man.
You've opened up for Eminem, bro.
Yeah. So we did the Australian New Zealand shows with M, like I'm on a first name basis.
Best mates and that.
The first syllable, yeah.
Marshall.
Chilling with M. Nah. That was fucking wild, man. Yeah. Like Kendrick and J. Cole and Action Bronson.
I love him too.
And yeah, that was amazing, bro. That was like one of the biggest ticks on the bucket list of all time. Fucking weren't allowed to approach him if we saw him and shit backstage.
Specific orders.
Yeah, in the contract it said if you see him, you are not to approach him because he's got psycho fans, you know.
Oh yeah.
He's on that Michael Jackson level shit where he's got people that go to every show, and this dude, he was like Stan, bro, and he had the blonde hair, tattoos, same tattoos, everything, like identical. He actually looked like him. He went to every single show around the world, and this dude's got videos just mutilating himself and shit, and online, just real crazy stuff. And he comes in a fucking police escort, drives up to the show, gets out of his van, on stage, performs, gets straight back into the van, and police escort back to the hotel.
You saw this, eh?
Yeah. And that was just so wild. And you get to understand it, you know, the level some fans go to. Like some people, man, they really develop a love and obsession. Like, you know, the stalker kind of fans that he had was fucking wild, man.
When you saw that, does that like motivate you, or because you've referenced like rock stars and is it the Red Hot Chili Pepper lead singer? No, it was Anthony. Yeah. You mentioned like that rock star lifestyle.
Loved it.
Yeah, and you wanted that.
I wanted that, man. I used to read all their books and everything about it, and I romanticized doing heroin. Like I actually, because of those, I looked up to those dudes so much. I thought that's going to be a sick life, and it actually happened. You know what I mean? Like coming into so much money and being able to do whatever you want, like live it up. You know what I mean? It was crazy to actually go through that same exact thing. You know what I mean? Fucking wild.
Because you were a believer of manifestation early on.
Massive.
So, and it's a common theme I speak to. Anyone who's really has been or is successful, everything they think about happens.
I was like, right, man, for Falling and Flying, I wrote down like a fucking huge list of goals. Sound kind of cheesy, but man, I would go to bed every single night just imagining playing these festival shows to huge crowds, and when I would imagine it in my head, I would feel like I was there, and it would feel like I was high. I'd get this rush of adrenaline and my whole body was just going, and I just fucking love it. And every single thing I put on there came true, man. It was just insane, but actually to much more extreme levels. Like I put down, have a gold single, you know what I mean? Have a gold record, like album, and then to end up every single song goes gold. I mean, singles that we released, every song went gold or 4 times plat, or like hit double plats and shit. Like there was a bunch. Never thought that would happen.
When did you write that? Was it before? Like
before Falling Flying.
Oh, before. So after when?
After What You See Is What You Get. Yeah. I had a list for What You See Is What You Get. None of it happened. Then I wrote the list for that, and it was like, but it was specific too. It was like play. What's that show? The festival in Lawn, they have this festival on New Year's Eve. It was play that. We ended up playing that, and it was like earn a certain amount in a year, and that happened, and it was just wild. Yeah, really amazing, man. Just amazing to go through that, like thinking you're living a hobby, like you've got.
Yep.
You can never really, like, music's not a real job. That's what everyone says, and you just keep going. And then it eventually happens. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Like when it's actually happening, you're just like, we fucking did it, you know? We lived it, lived the dream. It's fucking.
Didn't you tell your mum, let me live rent free, and then I will be the biggest rapper in Australia?
Yep.
And you bought this house.
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
I remember like I was doing Jim's mowing and shit. And then I did an apprenticeship for 4 months as a chippy and just.
Oh, you work for Jim's mowing?
Yeah, bro. Like just for cash.
Yeah, of course. We've all done
Centrelink
fuck shit. Yeah.
And Pez was the one who talked me into, said, dude, we've got to do music. We can't live a life working something that we hate, you know. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. And it took a while, but it happened, man. It was, and genuinely did say, so mum and dad, just give me a couple years. And I guarantee you we will be the biggest rappers in the country. Like that was some pretty cocky shit to say, but it actually happened. It was bizarre. Just amazing, man. Really cool. It's funny because now, like I've been through that, like where, you know, it was at one point where we couldn't really go outside. It was like people chasing you and screaming and crying, and it was fun for a bit, but you get over it real quick. Like I was living in Port Melbourne, and you know, in my partying days, shit was fun, man. It was crazy going out and just living it up like that. But these days I don't want that. You know what I mean? So when it comes to making music, of course, I would love the music to be as successful as it could possibly go. Like I would love it to blow up, but at the same time, I don't want that again. I don't want the superstar kind of attraction that it brings, you know what I mean? Like I'm chill, I'm real happy to just keep making music and just living, you know what I mean? Like if it blow, of course I want it to blow up though, you know what I mean? Just kill it. But that side, the like people, man, some of the stuff that's happened is just so insane. You wouldn't believe it, man, you know? I want to say it, but I also don't, because if that person's watching, like some of the stuff people have done, like, oh my God, bro.
What is it?
Just some intense stuff, you know, like stalk shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And man, had a letter written in blood. Once it was well,
Whoa. Yeah. Fair. Okay.
That just it gets crazy. You know what I mean?
Well, you lived what you wanted, right? Like you said, I want to live the fun life, and as you mature, not immature, but like as you grow, you want other things.
Yeah.
And you want other things. Nothing wrong with that. And if you personally don't care, as in, if I put this out and I don't become a superstar from it, you're gonna feel happy with the result either way, and you're not gonna have this high expectation, which for someone who has achieved what you have, it's an amazing spot to be in.
Yeah,
you
very
know?
lucky, man. Absolutely. And it's funny, like now, like what we were talking about earlier, like I have gotten to this point now where it's like you see pairs and see a bunch of mates that are just having kids and they're living that life now, and see the difference. Like even Kerser had kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or
he's got a daughter.
Yeah, daughter. Yeah, and like seeing the change and how it's a fucking beautiful thing to witness. But and I want that. You know what I mean? Like I really do want that. But at the same time, there's so many issues with, you know, my mental health and, you know, the addiction side of things that I feel like I need probably 5 years of being in a good place before I could even think of doing something like that. Because I would need to be on point. I don't want to be deadbeat dad, you know, like that, like, yeah.
That's a fear. Like, a lot of men have that fear of like, you don't want to be a shit dad. Yeah.
And also I've never been able to hold down a relationship for very long. And that's one thing that I hate. Like I want a relationship that'll be, you know, a forever thing, but I don't know if I'm even capable of being in that, because I just,
Maybe speak it into existence again.
Yeah, that's it. That's the mentality right there.
So in 5 years, so we can look back in 5 years.
Yeah.
Be married.
I have 5 kids.
5 kids?
Pump them out. Sean Kemp, you know.
Basketball team.
Man, Sean Kemp has like 58 kids or some shit.
Yeah. Do a future. Have like 8 baby mamas.
Oh, wow.
Has he got 8? Yeah, it's 8. With like 9 kids or something. A lot of child support, eh?
It's wild. That's next level shit, bro. And the culture of having like side chicks and shit. And them being down with being a side chick and shit. And your missus being down with you having side chicks, like that blows my mind that people are even into that. Like, fuck.
Yeah, people in open relationships and stuff like that. But this is also, different.
It's so common, like over there. You know, like in Australia, it's not common, I don't think. I've met people in open relationships, but not to that extent, I don't think. Just getting back to the kids thing, like...
Yeah.
I feel like if you fucking... You meet someone and you really love them, creating a mini version of both of you is just like, it's such a sick thing. Like it's such a cool thing, and it almost feels like that's the meaning of life, is to create your own little you and then leave them to something, you know. And that's what I really want to do that. But I'm fucking old now, you know.
Hey, that means I'm old. We're not old. We're not.
But I mean, like to think maybe in 5 years I could have kids, but then I'll be nearly 40.
We've got to speak it for earlier then.
Yeah, my mum and dad, they come from nothing, you know. My mum was from Braybrook and shit, and dad was from a country town with absolutely nothing in a fucked up family, you know. He ended up creating this life and just amazing for his kids and me and my brother and mum, and he's worked so hard to get something that his family wasn't, you know what I mean? And that's a beautiful thing. So if people don't have that family life at home with their parents in the future, that's something you can create.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Like, it doesn't mean that you didn't have it, you can't have it later.
Yeah, you don't miss out necessarily because you can create that environment yourself.